What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Thank you for watching Sportsbook Review. This is Betting with the Bag. Happy September 17th to all of you. I just looked over at the chat, and the first thing I saw, I don't know how I saw it, was that maximum security out of the Pennsylvania Derby, improbable now, a likely winner. That makes me want to throw my computer. I wanted to watch maximum security. I thought that was going to be an easy winner. Jeff Joseph, do we know what's going on with him? That's upsetting, but I'm happy to be here. We just had a great audible. I'm ready to fire away. On Tuesday, right now, I'm ready to fire away at a bunch of looks on NFL and then bet them as soon as this show is over. I would like to talk to you guys a bit about them. We have a big baseball card to break down. Then we have Drew Martin joining us in 35 minutes, 15 minutes after that. We have DJ Big Boss in the house. Who knows where I'll be coming from? But man, do I love DJ Big Boss. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. DX Filer ready to go. We got Vinny Cornell ready to go. Dear Slayer Ski says, filled in a few open-end parlays tonight with Braves first 5 minus a half. Let's get it to me, my brother. I love hearing that, Dear Slayer Ski, because usually what happens in the chat when we have, or what happens with Anthony L, star of the Sports Gig, when he comes on the show with us, and he's a great MLB capper, is that I see plays he's on and then I tail. This is actually one of the few times where I've been on a play and then he's on it too. So that makes me feel pretty good about it. Although I got minus 125 here on the show. I bet it at minus 135, which is not something I really like doing. Jonathan Succi ready to get to work. Says, cash that tennis parlay, boys. Man, have you seen the work that Prince of the City and Jonathan Succi are putting in, man? These guys are putting in work and putting money in people's pockets. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for sharing your hard work, caring about sharing it. It means so much to us. Jermel Wright in the house. We got Walla Dose, Jeff Joseph, Laniel Land. DX Fire says, so far, only on Twins minus 136. Got it before the line move. Great job with Nemo and you. Great job from both you guys. Fat Fist MMA so says, Mama Flush tweeted me and said the following. Well, since we already vetoed Mr. Moose Knuckles, Camel Toe, Rainbow Fist. Man, I love Mama Nut Flush. I love Mama Nut Flush. And Fat Fist, the tale of your name is just beginning. It's just beginning. We got Nasty Nate in the house. My guy Nasty Nate says, never get high on your own supply, man. Nasty Nate, he knows what up, man. Also, Nasty Nate in the hip-hop game. Nasty Nate, zero jokes, man. Love my guy Nasty Nate. John Succi. All right, we have Jonathan Succi. Now we have John Succi. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. Flick my Bick, Gerald Martinez. We got Raymond. We got Keith Sadler in the house. We got Tot Wham in the house. Abba Zabba 78 says, my Browns over 13.5 first half. Bet barely came through last second. Good job, Abba Zabba. It's all about getting that paper, and you got it. Ron Lofton, Steve AM, Alex Ramirez, my guy. Jeff Joseph says, all I know is there was some sort of injury. Thought he might need surgery, but that is not the case. That sucks. I guess, Jeff, that means we just take McKenzie in the Breeders' Cup Classic and call it a day? I'm not betting on improbable in anything that's longer than a mile. I mean, if he takes all that cash, then I'm going to look somewhere else. Only a 6-horse field now in the Pennsylvania Derby. It's disappointing. Donkey capping in the house. All right. Zachary Wineland says, does the Rivera news make anyone like the Mariners tonight? That's a good question. That's a good question. Do you like the Mariners tonight? What's going on with the Pirates and Vasquez, their closer, is ugly. Just awful stuff. They just, big trouble. Big trouble at Pittsburgh. They should have traded him at the deadline, but I guess you don't know these guys' nasty skeletal secrets until it's too late. Generally, the situation. Not applicable said, told you Jets suck. Much love. There's Flip Money ready to get to work. Alex Ramirez. Not applicable. Cleveland under 45.5. Cleveland minus 6.5. Easy money last night. Great job. AM says, I like the Mariners tonight. Lance LaRose on Texas Houston first 500. Okay, so let's get to work here. I want to nail in and lock in some NFL spots here. And that is exactly what I'm going to do right now with you guys. First off, and then we're going to get into baseball. I am going to lock in right now the Jaguars-Texas team total under. I'm not going to line shop. I'm just going to give out what I'm going to have to bet. So I'm not going to line shop. I'm just going to go right now to the Texas team total under. I'm getting under 19.5 at minus 120. I'm locking it in right now. Jaguars team total under 19.5 at minus 120. This is sort of defending the possibility of Jalen Ramsey being traded any minute. And if he gets traded, then this Jaguars secondary is trash. And then I don't trust the full game under. That's the thought process there. So I'm going to be I'm on Jaguars team total under 19.5. Jamal Stone says, come on now, talk MLB. I have to lock in these plays right now. I just have to lock in these plays right now. There's not a lot of them. I'm going to quickly do it. There's Maxwell Smart in the house. So I'm going to quickly lock in these plays. I'm locking in the under in the Broncos-Packers game. Let's line shop there. The under going to totals. And going through the under in Broncos-Packers, I'm getting under 42.5 at minus 105. That is available at Heritage. I'm locking that in right now. Under 42.5 at minus 105. That's locked in. Just a couple plays, Jamal. We'll get right to baseball. And then we have Drew Martin joining us. We're going to talk baseball for 45, 50 minutes. Don't worry. Then I'm also locking in the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Taking the Chiefs. Loving the Chiefs. They're going to smack the Ravens like a little bitch. That's what I think is going to happen here. I'm on the Chiefs. Where is the best line? I'm looking at point spreads right now. They're going to win by double digits at home. Tell me there's a 6.5. There still is at Heritage at minus 105. Love it. Book it. Chiefs minus 6.5 and minus 105. I'm not going to pussyfoot around this card like I did last week. So there is the third play. Now I'm locking in the under in the Lions-Eagles game. Under in the Lions-Eagles game. Let's see. Come on, show me your face. Let's get the totals. Detroit, Philly, under 47 at minus 117. It's minus 116 at Pinnacle. Under 47. Where is it? Sorry, right here. Under 47 at minus 116 at Pinnacle. Lock that in. Take it. Book it. Then I'm taking the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Buccaneers to smash the Giants in the mouth at home. I know a lot of people don't trust the Buccaneers as big favorites. And look, I get it. But I'm taking them right now. Buccaneers to smash the Giants. And young Daniel Jones in the mouth. Where is it? Buccaneers, please show me quickly. We don't have time for this. Buccaneers, I'm getting minus 6.5 at minus 105. There's also a minus 106 at Pinnacle. I'm taking the minus 105 at Heritage. Buccaneers, minus 6.5 at minus 105. I'm also interested in the Giants team total under. I know this is pissing you off, Jamal. We're going to be done very, very soon. I just got to lock in these plays and make them official right now. Giants team total under. Team props. I'm just going to give you what I'm going to have to bet, and that's 19.5 at plus 100. 19.5 at plus 100. I'm not scared. I'm taking it. Giants team total under 19.5 at plus 100, and I'm taking that right now. I'm also taking the under. Actually, I'm going to wait on that, on the Texans Chargers under. I'm going to wait on that. But I'm going to take the over right now on the 49ers Steelers. I'm taking that over right now. 49ers Steelers. I'm getting over 43 at minus 103 at Pinnacle. And I'm taking it over 43 at minus 103 at Pinnacle. I'm also going to take the under in the Saints Seahawks game, but I'm going to actually give that a couple more minutes. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on that under. Let's see what it is right now, actually, before I decide to wait on that. Sorry, I know Jamal's freaking out right now. I'm just trying to get this in as fast as possible, Jamal. Let's see what I'm getting. I'm getting a 44.5. I'm actually going to wait a second on that. I'm going to wait a second on the Saints in the under. Now, I've got to make a move that I wish I didn't have to. I wish I did not have to make a move here. Jamal Stone, I know you're pissed off. It's because I got to lock in these numbers right now so they don't get away from me. I have to make them official. I apologize, Jamal, but I have to lock them in right now. I'm sorry, Jamal. We're going to talk about baseball for the next 45 minutes. Just let me lock in these plays quickly so they're official. All right, I'm taking this, the Rams at minus 3. There's a 2.5 available somewhere. I'm going to take it really quickly here. The Rams minus 2.5 at minus 125. Is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to take the Rams minus 3 at plus 101. at Pinnacle. I don't think it's worth it. I think the Rams can beat Cleveland comfortably, and I'm not going to sit here with the minus 125. I'll take the plus 101. And then I'm taking the under in the Bears-Skins game right now. Quickly going to lock in that under in the Bears-Skins game. I'm taking shots. I'm not afraid to take shots. Under 41.5. I'm getting minus 105 at Heritage. Bears-Skins under 41.5 at minus 105 at Heritage. I'm interested in this Redskins team total under, but I'm going to wait to make a couple more moves. I've got more moves to make, but I'm going to wait at this point. All right, there we go. And just to piss off Jamal a little bit more, but I don't want to piss you off, Jamal. I want to talk baseball for you. We do have a special video on NFL, a quick little update on injuries, and I'm going to drop it for you guys right now. It's short, Jamal. Keep it cool. We're going to talk about baseball for the rest of the show. Rafa, can you hit me one time straight out of the comic mind of Comic Ricky, Cranky Ricky? Pop it off. Rafa, thank you.
Can't see nothing. Where's the glasses? Oh, there, okay. Hello, Leo Van Goldstick here. I hope you're doing very well. I was asked to sit down and talk to you a little bit about the updated injuries of everything that's happened in the NFL. Hey, what a weekend. Thanks God we don't play for the New York Jets. Okay, Travis Seaman has gone back to sell insurance. It's over. The guy with the mononucleotides, Sam Arnold, forget about him too, because even though he's feeling better, the spleen is enlarged, he takes one hit, it's over for him. And Falk is going to get falked unless the offensive line becomes a little bit more offensive. Now, let me update you on the big names in professional football who also don't feel so good. You got Drew Brees. He hit his hand on the thing with the thumb, and you can't throw a ball with the thumb that doesn't hurt. You can't even lift the teacup for a glass tea, so that's out. Brees, he's gone. And let me say this, Ben Roethlisberger, what a nice boy. Jewish fella from Cleveland, came into Pittsburgh, throws the ball, had a little trouble years ago, but that was then and this is now. Now, the elbow, oh boy, forget about the elbow. Ben's got $400 million saved up. I don't think he's coming back. That's me. Maybe they can get Terry Bradshaw or Colin Kaepernick, but there's other reasons not to. And finally, let's discuss the situation of Nick Foles. There's nothing to talk about. He's not coming back. He was average before he threw the ball, and now he's got a fakakta plate in his shoulder. How do I know? I put it there. Anyway, that's it. Am I done now? Can I be done? Is this it? I did it in under 2 minutes. Let me go. All right.
There he is. Comic Ricky. Much love to you, Comic Ricky. Man, what a great guy. What a huge addition to our show. Our guy, Comic Ricky. Okay, NFL locked in. But I just found out it's Max's birthday. Maxwell Smart, happy birthday. I think that there's nothing more exciting in the capping universe than when I get to break down 80 college games with you in under an hour. And don't you think for a second that we're not going to be doing that all year. Maxwell Smart, NCAA basketball right here. I'm betting with the bag every day, every single day, Monday to Friday. You want Maxwell Smart? We got him. Happy birthday, Max. I love you so much, homie. I hope it's a spectacular day and night for you. You deserve it. All right, let's get to work right now. I love the Angels' first five very much. Let's get to this baseball card right now. Here we go. Let's get to it right now. Let's look at opening lineups, and we have an ugly lineup, I am guessing right now. And let's see, it is ugly. We have Jose Suarez as a primary. So who's starting now? Oh, Ramirez. Good thing I didn't make a bet anyways. Let's see. This lineup for the Angels. Goodwin, Fletcher, Calhoun, Pujols, Simmons, Walsh, Rengifo, Hermosillo, and Bemboom. For the Yankees, LeMahieu, Judge, Gregorius, Torres, Voit, Gardner, Urshela, Mabin, Romine. Is this a spot where I have to stay off? Is this a spot where I have to stay off? 2 birthdays today, Noli knows. Yes, 2 birthdays today. Avon Polo says this baseball card is terrible. Look, I would like to back the Angels' first 5, but I don't think I have the balls to do it. Let's see what I'd get on the Angels' first 5 here. I'm getting Oh, that's on the point spread. Let's see what I'd be getting on the money line. Angels first 5 here. Look, I'm getting plus 284 on the Angels first 5. How do I not jump on them? Oh, and top sets on the Reds first 5 under. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm going to copy and paste that, Elio. Copy and paste that right now. Here we go. Copy and paste. That's right under Liverpool, which may be a play for me this weekend. You know I don't cap. John Garcia says, what happened to that Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher? It's not a story that's going to be enjoyed by many people, John Garcia. I don't know. Basically, he's been having a relationship with like a girl since she was 13 to 15. She's 15 now. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hopefully we never see this guy again. Oh, God. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the action here. I'm looking at this Angels first 5, but I don't know if I have the balls. I'm not going to sit here and hum a haw. We have a lot of games to get over. But Steve liking the over. Wally George puts it better. He says, pulled an R. Kelly, except without the urine. All right, let's move on to Mariners, Pirates, Marco Gonzalez, Mitch Keller. If I'm not on the Pirates, I'm sure this is a spot where Mitch Keller has a great start, but I do not want to back him here. Seattle, Pittsburgh. There's money's coming back in on Seattle. You know, this is the right line. The Pirates just don't hit lefties. Let's take a look at this lineup. Here we go. Seattle, Shed Long, Crawford, Seager, Lewis, Narvaez, Nola, Gordon, Smith. For the Pirates, Newman, Frazier, Cabrera, Osuna, Diaz, Moran, Gonzalez, Kramer. You know, these are just 2 shit baseball teams that I'm going to have nothing to do with. Jonathan Such said, if I make a play on WNBA, I look at the over. Can't deny the fact that both of these teams can put up big numbers. I'm on both the overs in WNBA. We're going to get to that soon. I don't want to play this Mariners or Pirates game, although I know that if I don't back Mitch Keller, he's going to eat. But I'm not backing him right now. Let's move forward here. Ramos says Jimmy does not love Keller. Says Ramos. I do love him, and I'd like to back him. I'd like to back him, but I'm not going to do that here. Super Cisco took the top Mariners. Let's move on to Blue Jays, Orioles, Thornton versus Chandler Shepard. Let's take a look at these lineups for the Jays. Bichette, Biggio, Gurriel, Guerrero Jr., Greichuk, Smoke, Hernandez, McKinney, Jansen. For the Orioles, VR, Smith, Mancini, Ruiz, Alberto, Stewart, Williams, Davis, Cisco. That's an ugly lineup. I expect the Jays to run roughshod over these bums. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with right now. Here we go. If you're back in the Jays, they're up to that's full game. Yeah, up to minus 141. Open at minus 135, so just a 6-cent move towards them. This total opened up at 10.5. It's still 10.5, Pinnacle 10 everywhere else. Which says you should probably take it's Tepera now. It's Tepera is the starting pitcher. Does that mean that Thornton is the primary? What the hell's going on? I need to find this out. What do you guys have here as the starting pitcher for the Jays? Tepera is now the starting pitcher for the Jays. All right. And then I got to figure out that. Can you guys let me know what's going on there? I'm going to stay off that at this point. All right, let's keep rolling. Nutflush Allen says, okay, Jimmy, thought process, Webb having trouble locating off speed. So teams are sitting on his fastball, and the Giants are sitting Posey and putting young hitters in the lineup. Going to hit the over. Says our guy, Nutflush Allen, in Giants, Red Sox. Let's take a look at these lineups. For the Giants, Yastrzemski, Belt, Longoria, Vogt, Pilar, Crawford, Shaw, Slater, Dubon. For the Red Sox, Benintendi, Bogarts, Devers, Martinez, Holt, Moreland, Vasquez, Bradley Jr., and Hernandez. Interesting. No Mookie Betts in that Red Sox lineup. Let's see what we're getting market-wise here at SBR odds. We are getting an over. It opened at 10.5. It's now down to 10. Now down to 10. When was that move? It just happened. Oh, so it was 10 in the morning, so it was 10 all day. Then it bounced up to 10.5 around about 40 minutes ago. Now it's back down to 10, and I like it. If Nutflush says jump, I say how high. We're getting over 10 at minus 110. Let's take a quick look at the weather. I have 6 miles per hour in. Let's double that up with the second weather report, and it is 6 miles per hour in. Eovaldi, Webb. Okay. I'm in. Cassius Thomas, Verlander, 10-plus Ks. Yeah, you'd have to think that he's going to do that. John Garcia says Padres bat still in Colorado. I'm backing Paddock. That's why I'm on the Padres first 5. Okay, I'm making a move. And Capo 17 is in the contest. I love hearing that. Capo 17 now in the $50,000 contest. And just in time, too. Also, Polo this, Polo that is in the chat. Let me know, because I sent you an email about how to handle about the situation that you're in with the contest right now. So please let me know if you're in. Look at that. We got our guy, Capo 17 Don, just in time in the contest. You can still enter this contest and still be eligible for all of the prizes, each and every one. And that goes away at the end of this week. You can still win all the weekly prizes and things of that nature, but you will not be eligible if you haven't made any picks yet. Here is a link to the contest right now. Copy and paste. There you go. Copy and paste her. Book it. Book it. There you go. Raymond Reichard says, Boston out of the playoffs officially yet? Yes, they are. Oh, are they out of the wild card? I would have to double check that, and I don't really have time right now. So, but I am going to back, and sorry, I don't have the answer to that. I know the division's long gone, but I'm going to jump on this over. I'm going to jump on this over 10. Let's get the best line right now. Giants, Red Sox. Nufflush Allen says, do it, we do it. Over 10, even without bets in the lineup, I'm getting minus 110. That's basically market. Although Pinnacle's at minus 114, I'm getting over 10 and minus 110. I'm in that now. This is my first edition of the Late Show. Over 10 and minus 110 in Giants, Red Sox. AM bonus titty sauce play of the day is Rockies money line. Rockies money. Capo 17 Don sent me. Beautiful. Alfonso Acosta. Also, so we have Maxwell Smart and Alfonso Acosta, and we have Cranky Ricky's son, all celebrating their birthday today. Maybe his son is Maxwell Smart. The answer to what is the play of the day, I would say, when we asked Teddy what the play of the day is, he said Michigan at plus 3.5. If I'm looking for a play tonight, I'm going to need a little bit more time. I'm going to need a little bit more time right now. All right, let's see who and then I'll hook you up. Let's see who the Tigers and Indians. So Tigers are pitching Zach Reininger, 0-2, 8.25 ERA. Let's get some more looks on Zach Reininger, or should we not even bother? Let's take a look at what the odds are in this Indians-Tigers game. Going to money lines and totals here at sportsbookreview.com, SBR odds. We are getting open to minus 292. It's now minus 275. Do you want to back the Padres or the Indians at this number? For the Indians, Lindor, Mercado, Santana, Puig, Bowers, Allen, Freeman, Perez, Velasquez at second. For the Tigers, Reyes, Castro, Cabrera, Stewart, Mercer, Rodriguez, Lugo, Griner, Castro. I do not. Pluco and these Indians should not be minus 275 against anybody. Eric Jones saying, no, Jimmy, under 10. Captain 24/7 said, joined yesterday and my birthday's tomorrow. Captain 24/7, I look forward to celebrate that. Joe Anisi on the Tigers, I get that. Oh, and the Titty Sauce play of the day hit this afternoon. The plus 268 hit. Attaboy, AM. Great job calling for the draw. Oh, I love it. Don Corleone says, WNBA on the slate today. Jimmy, you're absolutely right. I'm on both overs, but we're going to talk about it more. Mally Mal says the Tigers pitcher is terrible. Zach Reininger. Okay, why don't we get a quick look? I know I don't want to spend too much time on this game, but let's go to Baseball Reference and see what we're dealing with here with this guy. Here we go. And it is Zach Reininger. Oh, no. It starts with Reininger. Excuse me. Zach Reininger. All right, let's take a look at what we're dealing with. This guy was an 8th-round pick in the 2013 draft out of Hill College, Hillsboro, Texas. Let's see what we're dealing with. His minor league numbers. Got a 0.5 WAR in Major League Baseball. In the minors, in Toledo, AAA Toledo, he was fine. 4-3, 4.08 ERA, high WHIP, 1.59 WHIP. 51 strikeouts and 57 in the third, but 26 walks. That's not good. That's not good. I'm going to stay off it. Paul Taylor, the Sailor in the house, says I'm not the first to say it, but the under first 5 Cubs Reds should cruise easily. I want to talk about that game as well. I'm not making a move on Tigers Indians. I'm not making a move there. So let's keep rolling along. And I'm going up against Eric Jones in that over in Boston at Fenway, Giants Red Sox. Let's move on to Phillies Braves. Not going to spend any time on this game. I'm already on the Braves first 5 minus a half. Let's take a look at these lineups. Anything to worry about for Atlanta? Acuna, Albies, Freeman, Donaldson, Marquez, Joyce, Flowers, Swanson. And then for the Phillies, Segura, Real Muto, Harper, Hoskins, Kingery, Rodriguez, Hernandez, Perella in left field. I'm comfortable here. Let's see what I would have got if I made that bet right now. First half, point spread. See what I'd be getting. If I took it right now, I'd be getting minus 135 or minus 142 at BetOnline, minus 150 at Bovada. I got it minus 125 betting here on the show, minus 135 when I bet it. All right, back it. I'm on Braves first 5 minus a half. So is Ant L. I'm also on Padres first 5 plus 117. I'm on the Padres first 5 plus 117. Let's see what I'd get if I took that right now. Padres money line first 5. Damn, could get plus 122. So market moving with Woodruff. What's Woodruff going to get us from the IL? What's Gonzalez going to get us right after it? Gonzalez used to starting. Now he's going to come in off the bullpen. I'm comfortable here. Just taking Paddock to deliver the goods. Let's take a look at how weak these Padres lineup is, because sometimes they put out some real garbage lineups. Garcia, Myers, Machado, Hosmer, Renfroe, Margot, Urias, Hedges. I'll take that. For the Brew Crew, Grisham, Grandal, Moustakas, Brown, Hira, Thames, Kane, and then Woodruff in the 8th hole, Spangenberg turning the lineup over. I am fine. I'm on it. Padres first 5 plus 117. Probably should have waited. Then we have this Detweiler Perez situation. We saw this total go up a full run in the morning show. And we know that Giolito was the original starter, and he's now being shut down for the season. Let's see what we're dealing with. White Sox Twins. We're going to be joined in 9 minutes by Drew Martin. Perez and the Twins open up minus 135, but that was with Giolito. Now they're at minus 191. This total's now at 11. Wow. It was at 10.5. Oh, so that total at 9.5 to 10.5, that was my mistake. Of course, it was just because of the pitching change. I was going over this game too quickly. That was a mistake. I should have jumped on at 10.5. Oh, Rick Rodriguez joining us saying Caleb Ferguson in for Stripling. That's very interesting. I did not know that. I was dealing with the Audible all day. Does that mean Stripling is the primary? So Stripling's still the primary. I don't understand why you'd use a primary or an opener for Stripling. I really don't. His numbers get better the more he sees an opponent. He starts at like 256 first time, then he's at like 200. Then the third time he sees him, they're batting like 150 off him. So that doesn't make sense to me. White Sox Twins, it's too late to jump on this. Sorry, Raph, making me laugh from the booth. It's too late to jump on the over or the Twinkies, and I don't trust my team Perez. I should have done that at 10.5. That was a mistake. Now we have Nationals Cardinals. I heard Ant L back in the Nationals. I find that a tricky thing to do. Michaelis at home can be very good. Let's see what the market moves is. This is the Nationals Cardinals game. Here we go. The market move opens at minus 115 with the Nationals favored. Now the Cardinals are favored at minus 117. I get that. This total opened up at 8.5. It's now down to 8. Let's look at the weather. 87 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 7 miles per hour in. 37 Scandler says Detweiler should not be in the majors. Their bullpen's depleted, so we'll need to stay in for at least 4. Twinkies should roll. They should roll. But I don't trust Martin Perez. And I'm sure they take care of it. Oh, Paco Healy rocking with the Padres as well. I like seeing that. Mally Mal on the St. Louis money line. I wonder if this is a spot where we're going to get great performances from these starting pitchers. Let's see what we get first half on the total. If I was to back this first half, it opened at 4.5. Those of you who got it at 4.5 was probably a great move. It was 4.5 even during this morning show. So I could have taken it at 4.5. It was 4.5 all the way up to noon. I'm not going to take it at 4 now. That was a move I probably should have made, and I did not make. Keith Sadler says, everywhere I go with the Nats, get it wrong. Yeah, I'm off. I'm not going to take the Nats, and I'm not going to get in the way of this market move. I'm also not going to take the Cardinals to go up against Ant. So I'm off. We got Tunchi in the building, a.k.a. Reggie T. Viper MB says, I hate Perez too. Perez is garbage, but he's capable of a good start once in a while. Now we're at Reds, Cubs, Gray, Darvish. Let's take a look at this makeshift Cubbies lineup without some key components. Still hitting, though. Zobrist, Castellanos, Bryan, Schwarber, Contreras, Caratini, Hayward, Horner. For the Reds, Van Meter, Votto, Suarez. Suarez, 47 home runs, now tied for the league lead. Aquino, Barnhart, Irvin, O'Grady, Peraza. There we go. Tunchi says, I like Stripling, Jimmy. Yeah, Tunchi. I like Stripling, too. I don't know. I don't think there's a need for an opener. I wouldn't bother with that. Laniel says, plus 125, Nats should win, but will they? Mama Jones says, just take the Braves minus 1.5 and stay away from this trash card. I don't mind this card. I've cut the quantity of plays down, but I hear what you're saying, Muhammad. Reds, Cubs, Gray, Darvish. Let's take a look at the first half total in this spot. Again, another spot where there were 4.5s, and now it's 4. So I'm off it. Then Rangers, we're talking about whether the Rangers have value. Does Lance Lynn and the Rangers have value? And I think they do. Let's look what's happened in full game money lines and totals, and let's see if we want to jump on them in any situation. Probably would be first five would be the spot here. And we have games popping off pretty soon, 35 minutes before the Angels-Yankees gets off. Let's look at this spot. Remember, Angels-Yankees starts early. Rangers-Astros, money lines and totals, still more movement on Verlander. So I'm already on this first five. This was the first five I did take, first five, 4.5. And I don't know if I like it that much better than the other spots, the Nationals, Cardinals, or the Cubs, Reds. I probably should have taken them all, to be honest with you. All these first half, 4.5s. And you can still get the 4.5. I got the 4.5 at -105. If you want it now, it's -120. -115 at William Hill and Intertops. Let's look at what we'd get if we take the first half, if we trust Lance Lynn to throw a gem up against Verlander. You're getting a +170 at +0.5. And if you actually win out, if you win out with this spot, you're getting +280. Is that half run? Is that tie worth it? It probably is. Day Junior Smile, max play today. Indians -155, betting 2K. Day Junior Smile, big boy betting. And Guru says, yeah, Lance Lynn at +295 is as good as you will ever see a picture of his caliber. So Guru, would you then take, if you're going to stick with the first five, would you take a +0.5 or would you take the money line? That's about the last thing I need to know. I'd love to hear from you, Guru. Tell me what you think of that. Jamel says Stros have their whole lineup in tonight. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with for the Rangers. Chu, Andrews, Calhoun, Mazzara, Santana, Solak, Odor, DeShield Jr., then Trevino behind the plate. For the Astros, Springer, Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Alvarez, Gurriel, Correa, Chirinos, Reddick. Keith Sadler said Verlander lost last time, should bounce back. Guru, should I take the first five +0.5 or should I go for the big score? I should probably go for the big score. Mally Mouse says Houston going to end up winning. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to take first five and see if Lynn and a half unit. Okay. Guru says a half on +0.5 and a half on the money line. I get that. I got to make an official play here. And I want the tie to be a win. I want the tie to be a win. So I'm going to do that. I know it's costing me a lot of money, but these are two good pitchers, and I want the tie to be a win. So I'm going to take the Rangers first five +0.5, +175 at William Hill. Is that worth a whole dollar? If they both throw gems, I can still cash, and that's what I'm leaning towards right now. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Rangers first five +0.5. Now, when I bet this, maybe I'll do what Guru's doing. But right now, I'll take first five +0.5. I'm getting that at +1. Did I say 175 at Will Hill? Yeah. +175 at Will Hill. Book it. Bank it. All right. Then we have Stroman versus Melville. Melville finally got touched in his last start, and he should continue to get touched. But do you want Stroman here? Let's see what we're dealing with. Money lines and totals, full game. And Russell Gordy says, nice pick to me. Thank you, Russell Gordy. Would you have taken the +0.5? Or would you have gone for the big score, Russell Gordy? I'd love to hear what you think about that spot. Day Junior Smile says, you think Mystics money line -500 is $80 with $80 to win, Jimmy? No, absolutely not. Don't do that. No, I would not do that. It's just not worth. There's no risk reward. No risk reward. All right, let's talk about this Mets spot. Mets open at -140. They're now at -144. I think Melville gets touched again. So let's see what happened to Melville. Of course, the first time I don't fade him, he has a shit start. We're going to be joined by Drew Martin here shortly. Let's see what we're getting here. MLB scores. Let's take a look right now. Here we go. These New York Metropolitans. What the hell happened to that bum Melville? Now, I respect Melville. This guy was, what was he doing? He was, we're a bartender, 6 months ago? He gets touched by St. Louis at home, and he's going to get touched again here by these Mets. These Mets are going to run him into the ground. These Mets are going to run him into the ground. Let's see what we're getting here. If I go first half on the spread, I think the Mets run roughshod over these guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Stroman -0.5 at -120. So I'm going to take Mets first five -0.5 at -120. And then I'm going to take the Mets full game on the -1 line. And on the -1 line, full game, the money line I'm getting is Flick My Bick says Mets roll. Good. Like seeing that. What I'm getting -142. That's available at 5 dimes. So the Mets money line. So money line -142. And on the -1.5 here, the Mets on the run line. Here we go. Mets on the run line. I am getting +101. +101. That's available at Pinnacle. -1.5 +101. All right, book it. Book it. Levi Krester said, just saw an early line for Nats game tomorrow. Scherzer -155. I feel the need to hammer that as soon as possible. He's not been that good of late, but I get it. There's Fanny Pack Gangster now. Says Jimmy, I said take Twins and sprinkle Browns first half, and they both cash them on Rams -3 big. Also lean Braves first 5, Washington first 5, and St. Louis full game. There's our guy, Fanny Pack Gangster. Copy and paste that, Fanny Pack Gangster. That reminds me of when I used to play Cranbrook, British Columbia. There was a nightclub downstairs. And there was Fanny Pack Gangsters selling drugs in front of that joint. Fanny Pack Gangsters. All right, so Light says, what's the WNBA picks? I'm on both overs, but we're going to talk about that shortly. Can we get our boy Drew Martin on the horn here? Then we have Marlins, Diamondbacks, Caleb Smith, Alex Young. I do think that the Diamondbacks continue to eat in this spot. See what Guru says. Okay, here we go. Triple K Marine says Rocky score first to +185. Gerald Martinez on Sparks and Mystics. Russell Gordy says, where's Ski Jimmy? I don't know. I do not know, but I don't think he's here with us in the chat right now. I don't believe he's here with us in the chat right now. Tony Soprano in the house says Brewers with Woodruff. Book it, baby. So looking at these spots, Caleb Smith, Alex Young, I just feel like the Diamondbacks continue to eat, but -164 is a lot to ask. This total opened up at 8.5. It is now at 9. Let's take a look at these lineups in this Marlins-Diamondback spot. We have a Diamondbacks lineup. We don't have a Marlins lineup. Let's see what we get. For the Marlins, Birdie, Rojas, Castro, Alfaro, Prado, Diaz, Brinson, Dean. For the Diamondbacks, Locastro, Marte, Escobar, Walker, Flores, Jones, Ahmed, and Carson Kelly. That's Locastro, Marte, Escobar, Walker, Flores, Jones, Ahmed, Carson Kelly. You know, I don't love that lineup either. But Alex Young's looking good. I'd love to hear what Pink Eye Genie has to say about that. Love to hear what Pink Eye Genie has to say about this spot. I wonder if I should make a move. And Russell Gordy liking the over too. That makes me feel good. Wally George says, any chance SPR sends you out to Vegas for the Breeders' Cup weekend? You know you'd have a blast. I know I would have an enormous blast, but I can't pull it off, man. I wish I could, Wally. It's not out of the question, but it's not going to happen right now. Oh, and look at Red Girl. Mystics full game over, Suns full game, and Suns under. So she's not backing both overs. We're going to talk about those games shortly here. I'm just going to copy and paste what Red Girl is on. Thank you for joining us, Red Girl. Hope you are feeling better. All right. And Mama Joma says skis on the sun. And you like the Sparks. Talking about Polo. Uh-oh. Okay. So let's double up on the Mets there. Marlins Diamondbacks is another look. I'm thinking about making a move with Alex Young here. Caleb Smith on the road. He's not been as good. Okay, I'm going to hold off there. Let's talk about, I do have a lean towards the Diamondbacks, so maybe we'll ask Drew about that. Then we have Royals A's here. Royals A's, Jorge Lopez against Brett Anderson. Jorge Lopez looked a little better last start. Paco Healy says send Seth to Vegas. We'd like to do that. And Vegas, Seth is actually flying down here. He's going to be down here in Costa Rica with us for 2 weeks, so we're going to be able to talk about that. Russell Gordy says D-backs roll. I feel the same way. I think the D-backs roll. I think I had the over yesterday. I feel like the D-backs, who had looked so bad there, are going to come back and look much better. I still believe that. I think we make a move here. Let's see what we get. If Russell Gordy is going to push me in the right direction, let's see what we get on the point spread here. If I take the Diamondbacks on the -1 line, and I will. Okay, I am making a move on these Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm going to take them on the -1 line. I'm getting -164 here. Let's see what Will Hill's hanging. Oh wow, -180. Okay, I'm taking -164 at Pinnacle. Diamondbacks on the -1 line, money line -164, and the -1.5 here on the run line. Justin Grammer says, when's the next low bag trip? I hope soon. But we don't have, we're just basically talking about where we'd want to go at this point. Plus 125 at 5 times for the -1.5. I like that look. All right, plus -1.5 at plus 125. Guru, what are you doing with the Royals-A's game? And now we have an opener for the Dodgers game. Let's talk to Drew Martin about that. He's ready to rock with us right now. Please welcome to the show, Drew Martin in the house, coming to us, rocking from Las Vegas, Nevada on this Tuesday afternoon. How you doing, Drew?
Jimmy, I'm doing good, man. And hopefully talking, when's the next low bag meet? I'm thinking it needs to be Las Vegas. It's been too long since we as an SBR family have been here. So I'm thinking Vegas needs to be top on that list, man.
Yeah, Vegas is definitely on the top of that list, but we do have a lot of East Coasters I know we just did Miami, so Vegas would be great. Vegas is always fun, man. I love Vegas. But let's get right into capping. We have no time, Drew. Got to get right into capping. Drew, there's 2 games I haven't capped yet. Royals, A's, Jorge Lopez, Brett Anderson. The A's, let's go to money lines and totals. Jorge Lopez has looked good at times and looked better last start. The A's open up at -273. They're now -275. This total has been at 9.5 all day. You have any feel about this spot, Royals A's?
Just that I'm looking to bet the A's any way possible heading into the postseason. I think this is a team that's still being underrated in the betting markets here late in the season. It's just finding ways to bet on them. I think we talked about it, real quick yesterday, Jimmy, in terms of, especially when they're at home like they are in this situation. I really don't like laying run lines, which we've talked about before. It gets very difficult just not being aligned with what the A's are wanting to do there in the late innings if they are up. And laying -250 is something I also don't do. So betting on bad teams in baseball, it's just not something I'm looking to do at this point in time. And at the same time, I'm not looking to lay -250. So in terms of betting this game, man, I'm likely just going to be watching as a fan.
Guru, our Oakland A's expert, has some interest, and he's sort of along the same lines as you, but he has some interest on the A's team total over. Even though the A's don't smash righties, the team total over is 5.5 at -130. 5.5 at -130, 77 Fahrenheit, 6 miles per hour out to right center. I don't want to ask for 5.5. What do you think?
I mean, 5.5 it can be steep, with a team total, especially, on the West Coast at night in a pitcher's ballpark. But it definitely beats laying -250 in my opinion. So I think that they can have success against Lopez, plus the Kansas City bullpen after that, possibly. But 5.5. I would bet it over rather than under. It's just it's another thing that half a point. I'd like to shop around maybe and find like a 5 flat. That seems like a lot better bet to me than 5.5.
And then after, nice point. I'm going to stay. I don't want to force 6 runs. Rays, Dodgers, I'm going to stay off. I don't know what Snell's going to give us. I do think the Dodgers have value, but who knows what Snell's going to give us. So I'm going to stay off. Do you have a move on Rays, Dodgers?
I kind of like Snell here. His last couple performances, 10 Ks his last time out, only 3 hits. Granted, it was against the White Sox. It's a lot different ask here. At the New York Yankees, not faring nearly as well, but still only 3 hits in that affair as well. He's not going deep into the games, but still the Dodgers don't necessarily smack around lefties. And in my opinion, he's kind of a higher ceiling starting pitcher as a lefty. So it would make me look kind of towards the dog here.
I get it. I'm just going to stay off. Those 2 spots right there. Mally Mal leaning over 8 in this spot. That's an interesting look as well. The over 8. That's a really interesting look, especially with Ferguson starting. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't understand when you look at the numbers with Stripling, he gets better the more times he sees pitchers. That's a very interesting look. What do you think about the over 8 here? Let's take a look at these lineups. Pham, Meadows, d'Arnaud, Choi, Duffy, Wendell, Adames, Kiermaier for the Dodgers, Freese, Pollock, Taylor, Bellinger, Muncy, Hernandez, Seager, Smith. What do you think of the over 8?
I like where he's going with that. That is kind of an interesting look. It's not something that popped off the page, but just listening to you talk, and yeah, man, just a flat 8 here, even a little juice towards the under, so we can get near a plus price, at least only a reduced juice price on the over here, and just a flat 8 with Tampa Bay, and keep in mind, a National League ballpark. Sometimes I think that goes unnoticed in terms of the pitcher's going to have to bat, so. Yeah, I kind of like it, but again, it's West Coast at night, pitcher's ballpark, kind of things you all have to weigh in here. I just don't like forcing bets, but I think you bring up something good here in the commenter in terms of looking towards the over of a 8 flat.
Snell's going to be on a limit. So we're going to get pinch hitters coming early and often for the Rays. They're going to pitch Snell 5 innings? Then they're going to be going with the relievers. They're going to be I'm in. Who's the one who said over? Mally Mao and Donald Mao. You know what? I'm in. I am in. I'm going to jump on right now to this over 8. I like this look. Because you know what? Who knows what we're going to get from Snell? And it's possible that it's not nice. I'm going to jump in right now. Over 8. I'm getting a plus 100. That's available at Heritage. That's also available at 5 dimes. Over 8 at plus 100. Oh, Drew, you're a godsend, man. I just needed to finish up this card. And that's what we have done right here. Okay, is there any moves you are making in MLB? Or are you still focusing solely on NCAA football and NFL football?
Well, I mean, I'm spending some time on MLB. It's just I'm not forcing things. So in terms of volume-wise, cut really far down on MLB. As we get, post All-Star break even, I started to cut down. But no, I really like concentrating, especially earlier on in the season. In college football and college basketball are the 2 places where I've really had the most success in the past. So I try to repeat that in years going forward. And right now it's just such a sweet spot for college football that I think, we see it as the lines open each and every week on Sunday afternoon. The movement we're getting in these sides and totals, it just speaks to the amount of, I guess, inefficiency in the betting place. So that's where I try to spend most of my time in handicapping.
No, it makes sense, especially early in the season. And Maxwell Smart's birthday today, and man, am I excited to work with you as well, Drew, all the college basketball cappers, because I think that non-conference early in the college basketball season that we can eat. And it's similar here because what we're using your Big Boss, Big Ragu, Teddy covers. We're using your off-season study and getting paid with it. So on this baseball card, I don't have to give out, but I'm going to give out a best play, a birthday play. And I'll tell you what it is. It's Mets first 5 -0.5. The Melville story has come to an end. Stroman is capable of doing okay here. My favorite play on this card is Mets first 5 -0.5. I also think Diamondbacks -1. But I'm going to take Mets first 5 -0.5, Stroman over Melville. And that concludes our MLB section. So this is what I'm on in MLB on this card. Here we go. I am on. Skipping that game. Off the Jays game, off the Tigers. So I'm on over 10 at -110 at Fenway for Giants Red Sox. I'm on the Braves first 5 -0.5 at -125 from the early show. I'm on Padres first 5 plus 117. Remember, Ant is on the under 8.5 Padres Brewers. And we have Tony Soprano coming in here back in the Brewers. I'm not. I think Paddock's last start of the year will be a nice one. Then I'm on, off that game too, man, a lot of good. I'm on Rangers first 5 plus 0.5 at plus 175 and the first 5 under 4.5 in Rangers Astros. Then I'm on Mets first 5 -0.5 at -120. Full game -1. And Diamondbacks -1. And the Rays Dodgers over 8, man. I like it. Mama Joma says, Jimmy, you aren't worried the Mets have checked out? I want to take them. Feels so dicey. No, I'm not worried that the Mets have checked out. In fact, I think Stroman keeps everybody ready to go with his passion and his electricity on the mound. And I also think Melville gets violated. All right, Drew, let's get back to your college football. You gave us some great breakdowns yesterday, and I have them all here. Sorry, that's the audible. Let me move over to yesterday's action with Drew. Here we go. I went over some of your plays with Donnie Rightside, and I love going over your action. Right now, you gave us Utah, Tulane, ULM, Iowa State over, Texas A&M, and the Boise over. Those were 5 plays that you liked yesterday. Has anything changed in 24 hours of study? Do you like them more? Is there any plays that you like a little bit less? And is there any new plays that you're interested in?
Well, I haven't found any new information to make me take any action that I bet off the openers off the table. I guess it's just, Tulane has moved up to 5.5 now at bookmakers. So it just becomes a little bit different of a number as we start inching up towards a touchdown on Tulane at home. I still like the Green Wave. I do think that they're underrated, and that's a Thursday night singled out game. So there's going to be a lot of tickets written on it. And the only reason I bring that up is because a lot of times in these singled out college football Thursday nighters, national television, is the moves they'll move more just because people get on a side and then tickets keep pouring in on that side. So even if it's like a 3 or 4 point move, a lot of times if that game was on a Saturday, it wouldn't be a 3 or 4 point move. It might be a 1.5 or 2 point move. So sometimes these can get out of line. I definitely wouldn't bet on it at a touchdown or anything like that with Tulane. And also another one here, Charlotte, the 49ers, not San Francisco 49ers, University of Charlotte 49ers, and they're actually at Clemson. And we know Clemson just got over Syracuse. A lot of people thought, Texas A&M and Syracuse, they're two best chances to lose a game. They stormed through that, beating both of them pretty handily. And now they're having to lay 42 against Charlotte, the 49ers, which they just played at App State and went head to head with App State, played them very close. We're moving the ball up and down the field. I like what Charlotte's doing. And I just think that, not that they're going to win the game against Clemson, but there is value here. And the market's pushed it from 42 to now 41, which is only a 1 point move. And in a widespread game like this, I still think that there's value here on the Charlotte 49ers. If you like big underdogs, I bet it personally, plus 42. There's still plus 41, plus 41.5s out there, Jimmy.
Wow. Charlotte plus 41. Wild. That's absolutely wild. Now, Al Mack came on this show, and he was not afraid to take New Mexico State. It was New Mexico State, right? Not New Mexico State plus 55. And that cashed barely against Alabama. And here we have Charlotte at plus 41. Wow. That, if nothing else, Drew, that gives us a ton of fodder to talk about through the rest of the week. Charlotte plus 41. I can't wait to talk to Teddy about that. That's exciting shit. The big plus 41s, those are the bets that just recreationally I would love to make a bet with a friend and then just get annihilated, just get so hammered while I watch it. That is fun to me. Charlotte being added to Drew's card. Anything else being added to your card, Drew?
I haven't added much in the last day or so. I'm going to be doing a lot of study the next couple days. Absolutely. Arizona State. I don't know if we talked about this one. I'm on the Colorado Arizona State under. I bet it at the opener. I didn't remember if you said that one. It opened 51.5 or 52. It's pretty much 50.5 across the board. Might be able to find a 51 out there. And really just Arizona State, Herm Edwards and company, they got a good quarterback, a freshman, but I'm telling you that watching their games, multiple games, they're slowing it down offensively. They're not throwing too much on him. He's a talented guy, a good future, possibly an NFL guy. But still, as a true freshman, they're just taking it easy on him. And their defense, it's proved to be better than in years past. I'm talking about the Sun Devils defense here. We saw what they did against Michigan State, but only it was like 7-3 in the fourth quarter. It was pretty ridiculous. But asking these two teams to score 50 points, I think, is a tall task. So only being in week 4 here, I still don't think that the market has really come into tune with what Colorado and Arizona State, I believe, are going to be doing offensively here. So I bet the under of 50, and that's a late night affair on Saturday night. So if you like late night action, jumping on the under here, that's what I did personally in the Buffs versus the Sun Devils. I
love it. I've got that listed. I've got all your plays listed, and it's so fun to have you early in the week and then again on Friday when we can go back over them. Trotwam said the same thing. Trotwam said under 51.5, Colorado, Arizona State just seems way too high. So you have Trotwam back in that look. Drew, before you go, we have the Spark Sun popping off very, very soon. And thankfully, I jumped on this over thanks to Ron Walsek a long time ago on the morning show. I jumped over and I got 161.5 and minus 110. So, Drew, before you go, we need to talk about this game because it pops off in 5 minutes. The Sparks mean business right now. Now, I understand how important home court is, game one, but I have trepidation backing the Connecticut Sun here now that the Sparks are complete. They're complete again, and they're playing for keeps. I'm going to stay off the side, but I love that it's 163 across the board, 163.5 at Bovada, and 164.5 at 5 Dimes. We've seen people on the Sparks and the Sun. We've seen a mix. And going right to Red Girl. Red Girl's on the Sun full game and the under, so she's not afraid of that move. Pink Eye Genie liking the under. Gerald Martinez, Sparks. This is a spot where we've seen people on both sides, and I'm not going to make a move there, but I am going to take the under fearfully because Red Girl's on the under. I'm taking the over, but with fear, knowing that Red Girl's on the under and Pink Eye Genie's on the under. That game starts off in 5 minutes, and I'm on the over, 161.5. Love where I got it. Love that it's moved up 1.5 across the board. Drew Martin, what a treat it is to roll with you on Mondays and Tuesdays. I've got your list of action. I'm going to be talking about it throughout the week, and that's what I'll do each time. Every time you join us Monday, Tuesday, I'll be taking notes of what you're on, and then we'll be discussing it throughout the week. And then Friday, you're back with us, and then Saturday, you got the closing line with Big Boss, who's about to join us, Big Boss, Ragu, and Ian Cameron. And for my money, that's the best show on the network. Thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you on Twitter, Drew?
Jimmy, always fun. Shout out to the chat box, guys. Let's get out to Vegas. Hopefully soon meet up. Be a lot of fun. And best of luck with your bets tonight on Twitter at Drew Martin Bets. And I'll be back on Friday, man, hammering it out in the afternoon, finalizing the college football card. So make sure to join on Friday afternoon here, Jimmy in the bag. Jimmy, always fun, man. Thanks for having me on, and best of luck with your bets, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I've had all that's gone wrong is Sunday. I've actually sitting at 4, I guess there'll be 5, I guess just 4 straight winning days if you take Sunday out of it. Not a lot, but still, Sunday was bad, but everything else has been really good. I feel good. I feel confident. I feel like I have a good read on things. And I hammered this NFL card on the Audible. I did not hold back. I hammered it. I have a bunch of plays, and I'm ready to get after it. Much love to you, Drew Martin. Enjoy Vegas, and the boys are going to be coming over soon. We got Paco, Healy, Ragu, Boss, Dom Ricci heading over there for the Big Breeders' Cup. Wally George, and then you got Ron. I hope you're hanging out with Flipper 13, Ron Fig, Gas Station Sushi, all those guys. I love them so much. I love them dearly. So try to take some time and hang with those guys.
Absolutely, man. Gas Station Sushi. I feel like we're boys, even though haven't met up yet in Vegas. But absolutely, guys, let's get together, man. Maybe Saturday night or Sunday. Let's go to a sports book, whatever you guys want to do. Also, let's get Jimmy over here. Jimmy, you got to come to Vegas, man. Let's do this low bag reunion.
Well, I'm gonna move to Vegas. I'm gonna live and die in Vegas. That's what I want to do. I want to be there for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna be there soon as I possibly can. Drew Martin, thank you so much for joining us, man. Enjoy your evening.
All right, you too, bro. Thanks.
And we go from Drew Martin right across to DJ Big Boss. Who knows where he's coming from? Let's find out right now. Representing Long Beach, California, by way of Compton, California. Please welcome to the show, DJ Big Boss.
Yo, what up, Jimmy? Hey, I had to come over here to the ring with my Uncle Don King and quote from him and say, only in America can you find so many angry people claiming to love their country while hating on almost anyone in it, Jimmy. Because my low baggers in the chat, y'all was acting up this morning. And I could be Don King in 1 second. And we be transparent, folks, transparent. And we don't want anyone to leave our low bag chat, man. But if y'all ready for that, then bring it on. Because, in the words of Don King again, I can't believe having said what I said was interpreted. It was interpreted to have been said what I said when I said what I said and who I said it to. Okay, Jimmy? So I'm fired up out of here. Y'all cut that out, man. It's one love in the low baggers, man. Shout out to all my people out there. What's up, Jimmy?
All's good, man. I got a ton of action on tonight's card, and I'm ready to get after it. I've made a bunch of moves in NFL football, and we've been talking NCAA football all day. We've been talking NCAA football all day. And you were yesterday on Monday. you were still sort of in the studying phase. So you were looking at games, looking at moves, but you weren't hammering a bunch of moves. I'd love to hear if you've decided to lock anything in. Have you?
Absolutely. My pick six lock, put it in there already. And that's the over in the Houston Tulane game, getting a great number. And it's even going down some more. And I think it's one of those things where the naked eye looks in the market from the outside and sees this total to be something that's going to go up. And it's going to actually, well, they think it's going to be something to go down. And it's going to actually go up because Houston, they have offense. They played against good offense. Although Tulane does pose a good defense, and they're going to do good this year, this Houston offense played a lot better teams prior to coming to play this team. And that's what really matters. Even though Tulane played Auburn, Houston played Oklahoma, though, which offensively they had to step it up a notch. And here goes a chance for them to open up a little bit and a little bit of conference competition. And I think that this total goes over in like a back and forth type thing. They score, they find a way to score, they score. So I locked that one in over. And then just to update you on the Air Force and Boise State game, still leaning over in that one, but I'm leaning a little more towards Boise State just on the view that I had last year that once it comes down to conference competition in the Mountain West, whatever you've seen in the opening games is going to be a lot different when the conference meet right here. And that kind of makes it kind of shaky on the over as well. But we're looking at an Air Force team that's been doing well. And, of course, the public's going to come in on the Air Force, and they like the Air Force. But Boise State is top dog, best talent in the conference. And they're a little bit upset from what happened last year in the championship game over there against Fresno State. They coming back to claim their throne. They've been in control of this conference for a long time. It's kind of similar to Alabama in the SEC. So these guys are coming after it. There they got a young quarterback. We don't know what that's going to play out to be yet. But so far, so good with that guy. And I'm hard leaning Boise State in this one.
Leaning Boise State. Those are very interesting looks. Let's start with your Houston Tulane look because we're not going to have you back on the show until Friday. So then this game pops off Thursday night. Very interesting stuff with this total because it got hammered down and hammered down and hammered down. Let's use Pinnacle, for instance. So it opens at 60.5. It opens at 60.5 yesterday at 1:18 p.m. Gets to 59. So it drops a point and a half at 5:35. And then 2 minutes later, 58. 1 minute after that, 57. So it's at 57, 57. And then at 10:30 at night, it goes down to 55.5. So, sorry. At 7:45 in the morning, it goes down to 55.5. 7:45 this morning. So since then, it kept going down. 11:43, it was a 55.5 at minus 104. And then some bets started coming in on the over. There's been an 11-cent move to the over 55.5. I find that very appealing, this 55.5 over, judging by the market. Looks like it's gone down too much. Do you agree with this move towards the green wave sidewise from 3.5? And now we see, I believe is there a 5? Now we see 5.5 at Bookmaker, Intertops, You Wager, Bet 365. Do you agree with all this money coming in on Tulane?
Absolutely not, Jimmy. I don't see where Houston is such a bad team in this situation right here. And if it got up to 7, I'd probably take Houston for sure. But it's a tough call right here, Jimmy. But that's why I went over to the total side of things. And we've done this before, Jimmy. We've done this at an 8-point move. We've done this at a 10-point move. Sometimes the market gets just a little too low. And these two teams, they know each other. So they find ways to score. We're talking about conference play right here. So they're going to find ways to score. And I expect the total to go over. We have been getting a lot of unders in college football, and I don't expect that to last too long because this is the 4th week this is the point where you look at it and you say, look here, we run good, or we pass good, or, you know, you go into your strength, you stay away from stuff that you haven't been doing that well. And also, on the flip side of things, you work on your bad points. So, fourth week right here, you know, things can change around, you know, always anything can happen. But I expect a little more scoring out of all these teams this week because, you know, they know how to score. They you know, they're acclimated, you know, everything is all going forward. But just be careful of teams that just play good defense. Good defense is good defense, you know. Win, lose, draw, rain, sleet, snow, good defense is good defense.
Oh, man, I'm thinking of making a move with you. There are thunderstorms on Thursday. Let's see how bad they are. We're going to go to Thursday. Let's go next 8 hours. All right. Next 8 hours. Here we go. Next 8 hours. Wednesday night. We're getting into Thursday now. Thursday evening. Sorry, this is taking a while. Scattered thunderstorms from 1 to 4. Scattered thunderstorms from 1 to 4. Interesting. And then it starts getting better. It starts getting nicer late in the day. So scattered thunderstorms, that shouldn't scare us off, right?
Jimmy, I absolutely do not really cap weather. You know, even when you play the sport, you know, on defense, you know, if you're running the zone, you're giving up the short pass. You know, if you're running man, you know, you're protecting the long pass. You know, at some point, you got to give to get. And weather is one. That's where I give, Jimmy. Unless I'll turn on to go to the game and I see it raining or I see something actually, or I can call somebody and ask them what's the actual weather at that time. That's the only time I really consider weather. You know, if I sit around and wait on this weather, my mama will turn into a man or something. I don't know. But let's jump over to another game that I capped today, Jimmy. I took a look at this Florida International and Louisiana Tech game. That comes on Friday as well. Jimmy, you want to talk about that one? You got a look on that?
I do want to talk about that one, but you know what? We've had Keith Sadler agree with you. We've had David Hutton agree with you on this over. I just went to Bookmaker. Every time Bookmakers dropped it down to 55.5, within 5 minutes they packed it up to 56. It does feel like 55.5 might just be too low. It might just be too low, and it's the Thursday nighter. It's all eyes on me Thursday night. Over 55.5 is at minus 105 at Heritage, and I am making my first bet on on the NCAA football card. I am on the over 55.5 at minus 105. I'm rolling with my man, the boss. I'm on it. I'm locked in. All right, let's break that game down. I would like you to lead the way, and then I'll start bringing stuff up, but let's let you lead the way.
And so they really don't think he's going to play. And a lot of these teams, you know, in the summertime, they kind of choose up on a quarterback. Same thing that's going on over there in the Mountain West with the quarterback went down for Colorado State. They invest so much into that one guy. When he goes, it's difficult for them to pick up the pieces. So they haven't been able to pick up the pieces really with him out. And they face a Louisiana Tech team coming off a good win, which was close to a shutout, 35-7 in last week's outing versus Bowling Green, which kind of figured they was going to get over. I said that one on the closing line because of the coaching over there at Bowling Green. But this Florida International team has a funny look here. Like even though Florida, the defense gives up 2.5. So even with that, two teams, Florida all of the offense off the pass. You know, this being the first half, we scored first quarter every game. The majority of their points in the game where they over second half. So wonder me about it. I think teams that score the first half cover the first half minus half.
I like that internet down here in Costa Rica. I like that look. Are we from your end, Rafa? We're rolling from your end. Yeah. Let me see if I refresh that and let's see if it's good. Yeah, we're back. I like your look, Louisiana Tech early. Do you understand why money's plus money's coming out of you?
Coming out here this team, but They supposed to be decent top tier of the conference and supposed to go better than they still are. So that's the only reason I can see that could happen.
So you got a connection, you guys. I'm assuming you're being half competitive. I like what Big Boss did in Louisiana Tech early in the first half, and if you win the first half, it's still 4.5 ahead. It's an interesting look. I've got another on this bad boy. Let's lock this in. Houston 5-0. I'll find you on Twitter and tell somebody the link down for the test right now.
First of all, you can find me over at DABO. And if you look in the consensus there, you can find an edge, folks.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You can find an edge. Looks like we're having some internet problems. But TJ Big Boss, what a treat it is to roll with, dude. Thank you, my friend. Enjoy your evening. Can't wait to rock with you on the Pick Six show tomorrow night.
Peace, man. Y'all have a good night. And keep the chats clean, man. We're going to fix all this other stuff.
We will fix this other stuff. There he goes, DJ Big Boss, off into the sunset. And I tailed him. That's my first spot on this card. Tulane, Houston, over 55.5. Well, we do have some internet issues, but we are not going to put an end to this show. We're going to bring out the birthday boy right now. Rafa, could you please bring out Mr. Freddie Fortune? And we're not, okay, maybe we're not gonna, okay, we're gonna bring out Freddie Fortune. Sorry, I don't know what happened to the show. We were rolling. Mally Mouse says, I missed the whole DJ speech. It's a good one. He is on the first half, backing La Tech and Skip Holtz. Look at you.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because I got in late.
No, it's okay. It's your birthday.
I was picking up
while
something.
he's doing that, can we pop up the special birthday graphic?
What?
We have a special birthday graphic. Check it out.
There's a graphic for me?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God, that's so nice. That's your face.
Happy birthday, Freddie Fortune.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay.
Have you got any great gifts?
Yeah, I'm going to bring them right now so you can check them out.
Sweet.
Okay. I'm super happy.
All right, okay. You're gonna come on to the show? Take all the time you need.
I got them here.
Take all the time you need. I do have to make some bets, so.
Okay, no worries.
Okay,
The
sure.
bets aren't important.
No, I know they're not. Not to
Okay,
me.
so
Oh wow, you got a.
yeah, look at this. I got this light bulb.
Okay.
Do you like it? Be
No.
careful because there's like
Dead
mercury inside.
bugs all over it. All right, that's a
we-
sweet gift. Who got you that?
Yeah, Larry.
Oh, Larry, it's very sweet.
And I got this boot so I can put my candy for Santa Claus here.
Oh yeah, because in Costa Rica you put your candy in boots.
Yeah, we're all we pick coffee for a living.
Sure.
So after that, I got this special broom, which I love
Oh wow,
because
that's beautiful.
it's orange and blue like the Broncos.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's a Broncos broom.
And I got this thing, which I can use for my nails. I used it quite a few times now in the past 30 minutes.
You use that for your
Yeah,
for your
for-
fingernails and toenails.
No, my toenails.
Oh, your
that's-
toenails.
Yeah, so I'm in love with these things, and yeah,
Wow, happy birthday, man! That's some wonderful gifts.
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think about my gifts?
Oh, I think you're a lucky man.
Well, you know what I love, right?
I'm worried to say yes. but-
Handball.
Yeah, you love handball.
Yeah, Slovenian handball.
I know it.
I
You
think
talk-
it's great.
Yeah, you talk Slovenian handball all
I'm
day.
happy. Oh, I forgot. This other side. I got this. Remember the Pick Six contest?
Yeah.
One of the ladies gave me this.
Oh my god. Wow. She must really like you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday, man. And you
Well.
got a bunch of cash there? Anything about that?
Let's ignore the cash.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Do you have a birthday play? I hear that you won one in a row.
I'm 4-0 now with my previous
Well, you
plays.
won in no, because you.
No,
didn't
I
get
gave them in the office, remember?
it. Yeah, but that
Don't be dummy.
That doesn't count. We're just whispering it to Larry.
No, I gave them to Larry and to Rafa and Oscar, the guy that won one of the Pick Six things.
I've really got to make some bets.
Okay. This is a different play for me. I don't usually give out totals.
It's a Slovenian handball?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's RD Luka versus RK Selje. It's a weird name.
Sure.
Under 56.5 at -106. I really like this play.
Sure.
They played back in May, I think.
Sure. Why wouldn't I?
Usually, Selje is a very high-scoring team, but
Yeah.
against Luka, they're really shitty. They struggle to play against them. So,
Okay.
in their last game, they were 27. They didn't even win, even though they're the first in the league. Where are you going, man? I'm breaking down my plays, and you go, okay, well, I'm gonna spit in your coffee. Well, let's leche and los bookmakers.
Leche, los bookmakers.